Tamborine's a beautiful place, and even though that obviously, as we've spoken about, the house is amazing, the whole idea is to get outside here because these guys are on the southern end of the hill or the mountain, and the sky is huge. You get lots of storms blowing in. You get to see really beautiful change of seasons. Not only is, the light filling the house, when you step outside, the greenery and the blue skies, the wind, and it gets quite cold here in winter, which means you can have really nice, beautiful sort of deciduous trees. It really just takes you back to give you a little bit of Europe, but I guess that was on Paul and Michelle's wish list, was to bring a little bit of French or a little bit of France right here to Tamborine and to Australia. That's been a real passion of mine as well, and I think we've achieved it. We've been back and forth here for a few years. Stage one was some gorgeous fencing out the front, a lot of hardwood, a lot of beautiful river stone, fashioned to meet the beautiful old medieval design that Paul, Michelle and I came up with. Handmade gates, lots of hedging. We also did an amazing medieval restoration on the existing barn, which wasn't just the outside. We also did a really probably 3 or 4 months of paneling on the inside, polished floors, chandeliers. Then we also moved to a custom bell tower that was Paul and Michelle's idea, that they'd seen a picture from overseas. And we managed to design that element, and it's around about 6 or 7 meters in the air, but it actually is a beautiful viewing point for the whole garden. Also in the big entertaining area down the back, which looked like it was once an equestrian ring, we turned that into like a medieval / maypole area with a beautiful hand-laid stone pizza oven, lots of seating, and just a beautiful entertaining area. So we've included festoon lights. We've also done some beautiful big hardwood timber posts that lead from the main house all the way down to the entertaining area. So what that does overnight when Paul and Michelle have friends and family here, it just entices everyone out of the house and shows you the way to go down through the grassy paddocks and arrive at this amazing medieval sort of get-together space. Then we moved into stage 2, which has been a pretty extensive renovation on this beautiful old house that was already existing up here on Tamborine Mountain. We spent probably 6 or 8 months in the design period and getting all the approvals in place. And what we've ended up with is an extension of both the house and Paul and Michelle's dream. Not only have we increased the footprint, we've pretty much gutted the house and just repurposed every room with floor coverings, colours, everything that you can imagine. And the whole process for us personally has been an absolute dream. One of our favourite aspects of the whole renovation process was working with Paul and Michelle on the amazing sort of country kitchen that we've created. We've also had a big help from MDA Cabinets and my lovely friend Tarn Schoon from Tarn Interiors. But the end result on the kitchen is amazing. It's a mixture of real oak timber, beautiful stonework, lots of curves, lots of joinery, and it's a little bit taken back to old school. So even though it's very well finished, we've kind of paid a little bit of ode to the old days where the kitchen is beautifully crafted. It's not just your normal 2-pack kitchen. It's got a lot of other elements in it, a lot of other details. Fortunately for us, Paul and Michelle had the same vision. So things like the gorgeous stove, all the fittings and fixtures, there really wasn't a big limit. We were allowed to actually put in everything that was, I guess, on everyone's wish list. So the kitchen for me is always the hub of the home. It is at my place as well. Paul and Michelle's kitchen that we've finished here with the help obviously from our wonderful contractors is by far the nicest kitchen that we've ever done. The minute I met those two, it was like an instant, we just kind of had a bond straight away. Michelle showed me her mood board, which was beautiful. It was pieces of pictures out of gorgeous old European and Australian magazines. And I swear that some of the pictures that Michelle had, I also had on my mood board. So it was kind of like a match made in heaven from the start. Every time that we'd have an idea, we'd share it with each other, and then Paul and I and Michelle would then just sort of work that specific idea and that colour or the design element, and that's happened right from the start, from all the different elements within the house and also in the extensive gardens. The big focus was really to bring a lot of French feel, a lot of European feel, and also relaxed luxury into this beautiful property. So it was predominantly design-based and theme-based from the start, and then we started breaking it down into colours, textures, what sort of windows, doors, ceiling heights, panelling, how it was going to be furnished. It was fairly extensive. We pretty much pulled the whole house apart, so you're looking at all fresh bedroom renovations, new bathrooms, new laundry, extended master wing with probably the proudest bathroom and master area that I've ever created. For me, as a person who's pretty steeped in design, not just construction, it's given me an amazing opportunity to really spread my wings, and you can only do that when you've got a client who not only you connect with, but also that they give you that respect and that scope to be able to take the project to, to a different level. And I guess that's what we've managed to achieve here at Tambourine with Paul and Michelle, is take some ideas, work together, and then add to those ideas so we end up with something that's even better than what we thought from the start. I'd like to just wrap up by saying that projects of this size don't happen without an amazing team. So I'd like to pass on my gratitude and also give thanks to a lot of the staff, my staff, and also the contractors that worked on the project. But firstly and most importantly, my main man, Jason, who ran a lot of this project and was here probably as much or more than I was. He also built a really wonderful relationship with Paul and Michelle, so a big shout out to Jason. Our whole team is amazing, so all our landscape boys were here as well. We're a pretty well-oiled unit and everyone gets along great. And then there's a lot of interaction with contractors. So our good friends Jay from JR Electrical, the guys from MDA Cabinets, Lee from LMG Concreting, I can go on and on. But another special thanks, all the finishing touches and the furnishings and the final colours inside were really put together by Tan and Michelle. So a big shout out to my beautiful friend Tan from Tan Interiors. These projects, it's that last 5% that actually help bring that project to something else, and the way that Tan and Michelle finished it off has made all of our more structural work really look even better than it is. So big thanks to everyone. My favourite project to date.